Akron Athletics presents Zips Weekly with Joe Moorhead. Sponsored by Hilton Akron Fairlawn. And now your host, Joe Dunn.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the weekly edition of Zips Weekly. My name is Joe Dunn, and of course, we are ready to talk University of Akron football. The head coach, Joe Moorhead. A quick reminder, the Zips back home on Saturday at noon to play Mid-American Conference football against the Miami Redhawks. Should be a beautiful day. Hope to see a lot of Zip fans out there as Miami comes to town. And Coach, as the head football coach at the University of Akron, you got another taste of Kent State in the wagon wheel on Saturday. I know you can't wait to play them again.
Yeah, it was a it was a great game.
Yeah.
I was proud of the way our kids prepared throughout the week, with how hard we played. Fifth straight game we took into the fourth quarter with an opportunity to win it, but unfortunately we weren't able to close it out. So it's began our preparation for next year's wagon wheel game in practice yesterday. So
there you go.
We have to eat it for 364 more days until we have another opportunity, but got to find a way to close these games out.
Yeah, we talked last week and in the press conference about your players that hadn't got a feel or a taste for that wagon wheel rivalry. I'm sure the guys that are coming back next year know exactly what it's like right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's what's great about college football, and went toe-to-toe and slugged it out. They made a couple more plays than we did, but when the clock ticks zero and you see the other sideline running down there to grab the wheel, and that's like I said, that's something you got to live with for 365 days. And now we know that feeling, and it's going to motivate us even more, to get it back next year.
Okay. Hey, let's go back up to Dick Stadium Saturday afternoon. Good crowd, beautiful day. The Zips get the opening toss. I think it's one of the few times he won the opening toss. We defer, Coach, and they get the football.
Yeah, drove down the field, made a couple nice stops down in the red zone. I always talk about 0 or 3 defensively. You don't want to give up touchdowns, and we did a nice job. They ended up missing a field goal on their first drive.
Yeah, we saw Bubba with a nice play early as he broke through the line of scrimmage, and I think he had 9 tackles. I think they're going to go back and look at that. I think he had maybe a few more than that.
Yeah, he did. He did a nice job.
And here is our opening play, Coach, as Alex Adams lines up in the left slot, breaks wide open.
Yeah, 80 yards. Felt pretty confident they were going to be in a split safety look. We were able to get Alex isolated on the free safety, and they ended up playing cover 2 to that side. Glad he didn't fall over. Talking about it on the sideline, he almost lost that thing in the sun. So huge day for Alex.
Extra point is up, and Zips lead at 7-0. You're right. He had to wait for that football a little bit, Coach. He looked back up and had to stumble. Great balance by Alex Adams.
Yeah, I think he was surprised he was that open. Usually the receivers will tell you that when you're that open, the only thing going through your mind is don't drop it.
I think we saw Richardson there with a nice stop coming in from that right defensive end. He's healthy and playing well again.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job.
Zip defense holds, and here come the Zips again.
Yeah, put together another nice drive. Ended up, I think, with 325 yards in the first half. So we're moving the ball well, and then I think we threw the interception on that next drive, but we're able to get back down and get 3 points on the board here in a little bit. Yeah,
again, DJ spreading the football around, and Clyde Price again running hard out of the backfield. He's become your number 1 guy, although Wiley played a lot also Saturday.
Yeah, we got the run game going a little bit. I mean, a lot of those plays that were shovel draws, they count as passes, but essentially those are runs. We ended up with, I think, 35 carries for 150 if you count those shovel passes as runs.
You said shovel pass a lot. I don't think they were expecting that. That was pretty good execution on that.
Yeah, that was something we needed to do just because they play that unique defense with the safety backed up at about 8 yards, so we needed to figure out a way to account for him.
Nice block on the outside on that bubble screen.
We threw several of them, trying to get the ball to Alex in space, and he did a good job making people miss and creating some plays there.
He's your fastest wide receiver. Again, a nice run there by Clyde Price, and they have to respect that speed.
Yeah, we ran a bunch of quarterback draws and lead draws just to utilize DJ's feet, and like I said, trying to figure out a way to account for that extra safety in the box.
DJ's going to run out of that and gets about 4 or 5 yards on that one.
Yeah, he did a nice physical job. We got him with a double freeze there, got him to jump off sides and completed the pass. So I think we converted 2 fourth downs on this field goal drive here.
Again, that's Alex Adams, I think, down the sideline.
Yeah, he did a real nice job on those perimeter screens. great blocking on the edge as well.
Zips are going to get it down close, down at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and this was one of the differences in the game. We were in the red zone 6 times, only 2 of 6 red zone touchdowns, 2 of 4 field goals, and didn't get any points on 2 of the drives. And that's something that you look back on and wish we would have done a little bit better.
That was a 22-yard field goal, and the Zips led it 10-0, or get up a touchdown. It's going to be 10-7 as we watch highlights from the game up at Dick Stadium on Saturday afternoon. And we had some opportunities, Coach, when we got down deep. He said 2 or 3 times and only came out of there with a few points.
Yeah, we talk about touchdowns in the red zone. You know, field goal at worst, and like you mentioned, 1 turnover and then 1 4th down stop where we didn't get any points in that. You know, in a game that's decided by 6, that's not, you know, certainly less than ideal.
I think this is your touchdown drive here late in the first half, Coach. You're going down the field, making nice plays, throwing, running the football, and you're going to get into the end zone and take the lead at 17-14.
Yeah, mixes up the run and pass. Another big post ball to Alex there, getting us down in tight. Throw him open a little bit more there. Great job using his body. Then we got down into the red zone, and DJ gets stopped initially, and the line did a great job, you know, pushing the extra 3 yards into the end zone there.
Yeah, that was just a great push there by the offensive line, and here's the extra point, and all of a sudden the Zips are up 17-14. Unfortunately, we give them a short field on that ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, we talk every week about capturing momentum and holding on to it, and unfortunately, we had a couple of assignment busts on the kickoff return, allowed them to spit that thing out into our end, and I said they've got an explosive offense, and we gave them a short field, and you know, unfortunately gave up a slant ball on a 3rd and 7 there. Yeah. On an all-out blitz, and instead of going into the locker room up 3, getting the ball, now we're down. So yeah, we certainly didn't hold on to the momentum there.
That was my next question, Coach. As a head coach, you're on the sidelines. All of a sudden, we've got great momentum. We've got just a minute or so left in the half, and all of a sudden, that momentum swings back. That's got to be tough to sit and watch that.
Yeah, it's a little bit deflating, and it's unfortunately something that's happened a couple times throughout the course of the year. But you know, one of the things is you're building the program and teaching kids, you know, before we beat someone else, we got to learn how to not beat ourselves, and that's an instance right there where we're not playing good complementary football. Right. You know, with the offense and defense and special teams all working together. But at the end of the day, we always talk about responding to adversity and fighting back, and you know, we did from there. Did when we got down 14 points, and you know, that's got to be in the DNA of our program.
Exactly. Zips down 21-17 at the half. We're going to take a break, come back, and watch second half highlights right after this.
At the University of Akron, you have opportunity. Opportunity to be transformed through learning in our more than 200 in-demand degree programs. Opportunity to gain lifelong talents in the classroom, the studio, the lab, and in the community. And the opportunity to be a leader because of those who will support you here. At the University of Akron, you'll find your opportunity to reach greater heights. Here, everyone rises.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes H-Jacks Plumbing and Heating. Find them at hjacks.com.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Weekly with head coach Joe Moorhead. We're at halftime watching highlights of Akron's tough loss up at Kent State on Saturday. It's 21-17 at the half. Coach, we're going to come out and get that second half kickoff with hopefully doing some good things. Unfortunately, we turned it over early.
Yeah, had a chance to get the momentum back. Had a nice kickoff return. I think 4 or 5 plays right down into the red zone. Yeah. And, DJ had a very good game. Threw for almost 400. Yeah. Passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, but certainly. The 2 interceptions, including this one here, kept us from getting points on the board. Yeah, let's go back up to Dick Stadium. We're going to pick up highlights from the second half. Zips get to football, and the drive's going to start at the 34-yard line. And, Coach, you're going to go right down the field. Unfortunately, it's going to be a interception, but moving the football consistently pretty much all afternoon. Yeah, 325 coming out of the half. I think just about 500 for the game, and came out mixing a run in the pass, kind of picking up where we left off, and. Shockey had 10. I think Alex had 9 for 200. He led the country in receiving yards this week. It got ourselves down into position, and once again, we talked about our red zone woes in the first segment, and unfortunately, like I said, they kept points off the board for us.
Zips continued to run the football, and unfortunately, we were down 21-17. We didn't show the turnover, but Kent's going to get the football, and we're going to hold them, I think, to a field goal, and still in pretty good shape.
Yeah, we got them pinned back there and let them get out of it a little bit. And like I said, with an offense this explosive, you know, I don't know that you're ever going to stop it, but you want to try to contain it, and ended up giving up the touchdown there, but did stop the 2-point conversion attempt.
Yeah, good defense there, and they surprised us with that 2-point conversion. Almost, if things go the way we wanted to, that could have come back to haunt them a little bit.
Yeah, and you know, next drive, I think we got a 3 and out, and they drive back again and get a field goal. We're down 13, and you know, now we got to respond to adversity and put ourselves back in the game.
That showed a lot, Coach. We're on the road, big crowd, and we're down, and all of a sudden you guys really come back and show a lot of gamesmanship, I thought, in getting back in it.
Yeah, that's what I like about, you know, the progress of this team and what we're building, that, you know, our kids, when we get down, they're not going to hang their head, they're not going to quit, and we're going to fight until the, you know, clock ticks 0, and we tell them every week we're going to look up in the fourth quarter and have a chance to win the game. And you know, I was proud that we didn't fold up our tent and cash it in when we got down. We kept fighting and, you know, put ourselves in position to, you know, win the game.
Well, that's a great catch by Sean Neem. I mean, he was drilled there and hung onto the football.
He's a great kid. He works hard, walk-on guy, you know, on a bunch of special teams, and you know, you see DJ punching it in here on the power read.
We also saw a great catch, I think, on 3rd and long by Shockey. It dove and made a nice catch in the middle of the field.
Yeah, that was huge. I think we were just under 50% on 3rd downs, over 50 when you include the 4th down, so that's an area we definitely improved.
Zips down 30-24. Another great hit there by Victor Jones, I think, come from the left side.
Yeah, Victor and Ryan Johnson. Ryan probably played his best game of the year. He did a real nice job.
33-24. You can see we're early in the fourth quarter up at Dick Stadium, and so it's going to come right back, and we're going to see a lot of great return there. They one really missed tackle away from taking that another 15 or 20 yards.
Yeah, Hester did a good job, and you know, got the ball with 11 minutes, and I think, you know, we took it down to about 6. I think it was a 10 or 12 play drive, and
yeah,
unfortunately, this is a one where it was, you know, 4th and short with just about 6 minutes to play, and elected to go for the touchdown instead of the field goal, and you know, came up short. My thought process with that was we were going to need 2 scores.
Sure.
Wanted to get the touchdown first, knowing Kent was going to get the ball back and hopefully win it with the field goal. So that was the thought process behind the, you know, going for it on the 4th instead of kicking the field goal down in there.
Yeah, Zips moving the football again. I know there was a critical play. The officials on the field had called that a first down, as we're going to drive again, and then we go it on 4th and short. I saw you eyeballing that one, Coach. I thought you thought we had it.
I did, and I mean, at the end of the day, they talk about it's got to be indisputable evidence, and unfortunately, I can't see the view up top, but I find it hard to believe that you're able to overturn that thing by a foot or 6 inches. But at the end of the day, we need to find a way to convert that 4th and short. So good defensive stop. We get the ball back, and right now we need to, you know, score again quick, whether it be a touchdown or a field goal, and you end up getting down into the 5, take a sack and a penalty, and having to kick the field goal to get within 6,
yeah,
and then hopefully recover the onside kick.
Zips driving on their next to last possession. DJ going to keep it, and he's made some good decisions on when to run and when to throw.
Yeah, a couple times he got thrown away under pressure, and he's learning, you know, first year in the system. But you know, like I said, we got down in there, weren't able to punch it in, and I had to settle for the field goal. But the thought process was, hey, we need points on the board, get it within 1 score, and then have a chance for the onside kick.
Yeah, final score is 33-27. He tried the onside kick to try and get back and get that miracle finish. But boy, a heck of a football game, Coach. And I know it's tough for you, the coaches, the fans, and the players have to wait another full year to get at Kent again.
Yeah, I mean, this is an important rivalry, and we're treating it as such.
Yeah.
And I think now the new guys have a taste of it.
They do.
They understand, you know, what it's going to take to win the game. And like I said, it's something that myself, our staff, and our team are going to emphasize 365 days a year. Okay,
we're going to take a break, as we always do. We're going to come back in our third segment, talk about some of the outstanding performances for the game up at Kent. So don't go away. We're back right after this timeout.
At the University of Akron, you have opportunity. Opportunity to be transformed through learning in our more than 200 in-demand degree programs. Opportunity to gain lifelong talents in the classroom, the studio, the lab, and in the community. And the opportunity to be a leader because of those who will support you here. At the University of Akron, you'll find your opportunity to reach greater heights. Here, everyone rises.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes H-Jacks Plumbing and Heating. Find them at hjacks.com.
Hey, a quick reminder, the Zips back home on Saturday. There'll be a noon kickoff against the Miami Redhawks. Hope to see a lot of Zip fans over there. And Coach, after the game I talked to you, there was a lot of Akron fans up at Kent. We could hear them every time the Zips scored or had a nice defensive play. It was nice to have that support up at Kent.
No, it was great, and certainly my staff, the team, very appreciative of the fan support we've got this year at home and on the road at Kent. I think hopefully people are excited to see a program that's building, a program that's competitive now, and is going into the fourth quarter of these games with a chance to win it. Just gotta find a way to finish it off.
Exactly. As we said, each week at this time, we let the coach talk about some of the individual performances, guys that really played well this past Saturday. Let's start with the quarterback, as we always do. DJ Irons, 32 for 43, 383 yards. Coach, he continues to be the guy that keeps your offense going.
Yeah, it all runs through DJ. We talk about all the time how well he prepares, how important football is to him. He's an intense competitor. Certainly a couple mistakes in terms of decision making and accuracy, but at the end of the day, I think you look at just league games and we're one of the top scoring offenses, and I think we lead the conference in passing, and that's because of how hard DJ's worked and how well he's playing.
And again, all three of your wide receivers, I thought, played well, got open, caught the football, got yardage after the catch. Alex Adams especially, 9 receptions. They changed that from 199 to 200 yards, so he had another outstanding game.
Yeah, it's been someone different every week. And we mentioned that position is the strength of our team, and Shockey's one of the top 25 guys in the country for, I think, catches per game and yards. Alex had a huge game. Daniel's had his moments, but that's 3 really impressive playmakers right there.
I wanted to let you talk about a couple of young receivers, Coach. A young guy, Caleb Anderson, a sophomore. He's 6'4", 225 pounds. He had a couple catches. What's the future look like for that young man?
A lot of upside. A kid out of Brandon, Mississippi that we've known about for a while, who ended up going to JUCO, and we actually, we recruited that high school very well over the years. A lot of size, a lot of speed.
Yeah.
I think it's taken him some time to acclimate kind of to the speed of the game at this level, but he's a guy that, down the road is going to have a high upside.
We mentioned Sean Name, a young kid. I think he's a walk-on right now. He's doing a great job for you.
Yeah, he's a guy that can play all 3 positions. Very smart, high football IQ, contributes to all special teams, and when he's got his opportunity to go in there, he's made some plays.
And Blake Hester, again, continues to return the football. He's 1 tackle away from really getting a good game, but he's a guy who continues to, once he gets the football, he seems to do good things with it.
He does, and we put he and Getman on scholarship a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very well earned.
Okay.
And, Blake, once again, does everything exactly the way we want him to do. Great culture guy. Whether it's scout team, getting his reps with the travel team or any of the special teams, he's a guy who goes 100% of the time. Let's
talk about the defense. You got to start with Bub Arcelani. And again, one of the top linebackers, really, I think, in the country. Size-wise, he does it all. 9 tackles. I think once the stats are finally in, he'll be in double digits.
Yeah, he's a tackling machine.
Yeah.
And he's always around the football, finds a way to shed blocks or avoid them. Run sideline to sideline. Gets us in the right front calls, and you can't argue with the productivity.
I know you substitute a lot in units, bring 2 linebackers in, but it looks like maybe Tim Terry and Bubba, maybe your 2 guys you're going with consistently now or not?
Yeah, we are, and a lot of the substitutions has to do with teams who are playing at a fast pace. When they substitute, then the refs have to stand over the ball and allow us to make our substitution.
Right.
So that's a way for us to kind of get our bearings a little bit and milk the clock. But Tim and Bubba have done a real nice job. They've earned the starting nod. And then we probably have 2-3 other guys that rotate in there. The guy I'm most excited about is Brian McCoy. Yeah, we're going to talk about 2 linebackers, young guys, Brian McCoy and Jahara Griffin, 2 guys that are the future of the program at linebacker. Yeah, and along with Antavius Fish, you're going to see a lot of very, very good football out of those 3 guys. McCoy and Griffin are future leaders, guys, once again, you talk about recruiting your culture and guys that are going to do things the right way from a discipline, accountability, a work ethic standpoint, and guys who love football. And I think that the sky's, their potential is limitless. It really is.
We talked about the offensive line. They had the great push to get Irons into the end zone. Young guy that keep coming back. He got injured a little bit. Kamari Landers, the big freshman, true freshman out of Detroit. He went down a few times, but he always seemed to come back for you.
It keeps getting up off the mat.
That's right.
And that's the thing when you're, technically speaking, he's not. You'd like to redshirt him like you are with Hale Frater and Keelan Davis and Tyler Williams, but we need him to play.
Sure.
And he's the most ready athletically. We got to make sure we're developing his size and his speed and his strength. But he's got great feet. He's got great punch. Studies a ton of film. And like you said, you talk about the theme of bringing in guys who are capable of not just playing at this level, but playing winning football. He's one of those guys. One
more guy to talk to before we take a break, a young guy that had 5 tackles, another young kid out of Detroit, Rashad Hentz, playing defensive back for you.
Yeah, plays a little nickel, plays a little bit of deep safety, plays on a bunch of special teams. Not the biggest guy, but certainly plays above his size. Great motor. I got to work a little bit on the coverage aspect of it when we're man-to-man, but he's a guy who's made a bunch of plays this year.
Okay, we're going to take our final break, come back, and do a little preview on the Miami Redhawks. They'll be in town for a noon kickoff on Saturday. We're back right after this.
At the University of Akron, you have opportunity. Opportunity to be transformed through learning in our more than 200 in-demand degree programs. Opportunity to gain lifelong talents in the classroom, the studio, the lab, and in the community. And the opportunity to be a leader because of those who will support you here. At the University of Akron, you'll find your opportunity to reach greater heights. Here, everyone rises.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
And to keep your family comfortable, it takes H-Jacks Plumbing and Heating. Find them at hjacks.com.
Well, our scouting report each week brought to you by the Hilton Garden Inn in Fairlawn. Our thanks to them for being our sponsor each week. And Miami in town, the Redhawks coming off a really tough loss, Coach, last week, 16-10 to Western Michigan. They've lost a lot of close games. They got their quarterback back, so they need a lot of wins the remainder of the season. It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, picked to win the conference, I believe, or at least our side early on. And, just like everyone in the MAC, there's such a, the parity is unbelievable.
Sure.
And at any given week, you look and all these games are pretty close.
You're
and
right.
There's a fine line between winning and losing, and they have a good ball club.
They had big wins this year over Northwestern on the road at Evanston. They also beat Kent State at home. So when they get everything going, they're a good football team.
Yeah, Gabbert does a real nice job with the offense. Matt Kippenhammer, who we recruited at Penn State, kind of leads the receiving core, and they're big and strong in their front seven. They play a 7-man box, a bunch of single high, and have a lot of confidence in their corners. So, they, like I said, very well coached, fundamentally sound and physical team.
Got a quarterback by the name of Brett Gabbert. His brother, of course, is an excellent quarterback. I think he's still in the NFL. And he got injured against Kentucky in the opener. They didn't think he was going to come back. He is back. Shows you how tough a kid he is.
Yeah. And I think the other guy, the backup's the one I think who beat Kent. But, yeah, we got to prepare for both of them. And the offense really doesn't change a tremendous amount with either guy in there. They're going to lean heavily on the run, multiple tight end sets, and try to hit you with play action. But Gabbert's a really good player.
Okay, we'll see you Saturday at InfoCision Stadium. Always remember, go Zips.
This has been Zips Weekly with Joe Moorhead. Sponsored by Hilton Akron Fairlawn. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Zips.
This has been a presentation from Learfield IMG College.